Hey guys, Eric here, CEO of the Swiss, once again for a new video and once again in our series of videos concerning the Mossberg 46b _B, my favorite 22 right now. For now, maybe I'll find a better one in the future, tune in for that. But today, a question that was asked a while ago on X/Twitter, someone wondered, can this gun feed a 6mm Flobert? For those that don't know, a 6mm Flobert is this tiny, dinky little rimfire cartridge, and it's actually older than 22 short and 22 long rifle. This is kind of the OG rimfire cartridge invented by a French guy, and it's a tiny little dude. They're really small, and basically it's just a very tiny lead bullet on a rimfire case, and there's no powder inside the case. It's just primer, so they're very weak. Now the question I have with the 46B is that the barrel is quite long. Now the question is there enough oomph into this tiny dinky cartridge to go through the barrel without, causing a squib? So I'll be very careful with that one. And also the question is, does it feed? I've tried this at home already, tried to feed a few rounds in the tube. It seemed to work-ish. Sometimes it picks up the cartridge, sometimes not. This rifle is not made for 6mm Flobert, it's made for 22 LR, L and S, so long rifle, long and short. They will feed those just fine, but 6mm Flobert wasn't really made for repeating rifle in the first place. These were more designed for like small one single shot rifles and pistols. So yeah, we'll try that out. It's a 22 rimfire. It fits in the chamber just fine, this I know for sure, but will it shoot, and will it feed, and will it actually exit the barrel? So stay tuned for that one. Okay, switch to the phone, the camera died. Loaded 10 or 11. Something fell. I have one. Nope. Yep. It's, didn't extract. No, it did extract, but failed to eject it. Yep.
Ah oui, sinon ça n'arrivera pas. Ah ok. Ah ouais, bon, bah, je fais bien de continuer comme ça. Mais je mets 0 étant. Pas dans les amateurs qui se cherchent par la bouche. Ok. Ok.
Ouf. Yeah, last one is stuck. Oh no.
Centro lo vedo io da qua, guarda. Sì. Allora uno al centro l'hai fatto sicuro? Sì, perché lo vedo. No, lo vedo. Gli altri non lo so, ma uno l'ho visto.
Sì, uno è 10 e l'altro tocca il 9.
Aspetta, non l'ho visto.
Facciamo finta che l'ho fatto io. Dopo faccio le cose.
Sì. Che va bene, l'ho visto.
Non è colpa sua, no.
You're to work.
Poi puoi prendere anche il 9. Voilà. Poi je te la prends si tu veux.
respira.
Ah oui. Je vais garder ça de... Non, non.
Yeah.
Voilà,
No, this is stuck actually. Look, it's stuck between the chamber and the elevator, the one that kicks the case up to be fed, and it's stuck there.
Forse.
Wow.
No, 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 no.
Si vede.
Tiri, tre.
Io non sparo mai con la pistola.
That was a
quindi
weak
so come
injection.
La posizione sotto.
Oh.
Sono soprattutto.
Yeah. Look. Yeah. Stuck sideways again, and it's really dirty in the chamber. And that's 6 Flobert at 20 meters. It runs. It's not great. Runs. Okay, little debrief then. Can you shoot 6mm Flobert in the Mossberg 46b, so tube-fed Mossberg? The answer is yes, you can. Should you? The answer is probably no. So I've had a few issues with this. First of all, feeding 6 Flobert into the tube is kind of a pain because the bullet is really small, it's really tiny. 6 Flobert, even compared to 22 LR, I mean, look at the size of this little guy. Sometimes when you put the bullet in, it has a tendency to tumble and actually go facing downward. It's really, you really have to hold the gun vertically if you want it to feed properly and really put it like straight through one go and that it falls, otherwise it will tumble and it will go into the tube in the wrong way, which leads to a second problem. The way the 46b feeds is it picks up a cartridge from the tube with the two bottom claws close at the bottom of the bolt, and if you can't grab on the rim of the cartridge, if there's no rim, it won't work. And also, other problem, so first of all, if it goes wrong side, it won't be able to pick up, so basically you have to remove the magazine tube and make the cartridge fall out the bottom. And second problem, and I think it's mostly because 6mm Flobert was never made really for that kind of gun. I've had problem with the round ball at the top, so the round ball of the Flobert cartridge split from the case, and you have basically an empty case and a round ball freely floating into the action, so that led to a jam where at some point I had a round ball in the mechanism, so you kind of have to clear that up. Another problem I had, yeah, there's a lot of problems. The other problem I've had is sometimes I think it's because the size of the rim is not, size and thickness of the rim doesn't seem to be the same as a 22 long rifle, and it wouldn't pick up sometimes the cartridge properly, or sometimes it would kind of go out of alignment at the end, so basically the cartridge at the end of the tube is held on by the rim, and sometimes it was slightly crooked basically part of the rim already started to slip out of the magazine tube, and when you tried to close the bolts for it to pick up, it wouldn't pick up the cartridge, or it would kind of rip it sideways and it would end up into the action. That gun was not made for that cartridge. It will chamber it, it will fire it just fine, so I didn't have it in squib, which was also one of my one thing I was kind of afraid of was squid. These are very low power. There's actually no powder into these. It's just a big percussion cap with a tiny round ball at the end. So I was kind of afraid of this, but I didn't get any squibs. I checked a few times to see if there was nothing in the barrel. Also, they shoot kind of dirty, so the action is dirty again. I have to clean that gun. Again, the joys of a rim fire. So yeah, there's that. And another accident I had, which was at some point, I think there was, again due to the thickness of the rims and how they fit in the tube, I put too many cartridges. I was trying to see how many I could put in, and I think I put like 20 rounds of 6mm Flobert into the tube. And there was too much pressure, I guess, from the spring of the magazine tube. It wasn't holding on great at the receiver level, and when I kind of opened the bolt a bit fast, all the cartridge spilled out of the magazine tube into the action and outside of the gun. Sadly, camera died like 2 minutes before that happened, so I don't have that on video. But I was picking 6mm Flobert from the ground for like 5 minutes afterwards, trying to pick the ones I could. They were everywhere, so there you go. In a pinch, can you use 6 Flobert? Yeah, you can. It will kind of work if you're gentle with the action and you don't feed too many of them. It will work. Should you? I guess not. Also, it's less powerful than 22 short. It's way less powerful than 22 long rifle, and it's more expensive than 22 long rifle. A box of 150 cartridges of 6 Flobert is like, depending on where you buy it, is between like 30 and 50 Swiss francs, which is way more expensive than 150 round of 22 long rifle. If you buy it in bulk, I mean, you can get like a box of 50 for $5. So this is 2 or 3 times or 4 times more expensive than some 22. So it's not worth shooting. It was just an experiment because someone asked, so I did it, and I'm probably not gonna be doing that again. I will keep my 6mm Flobert for my guns in 6mm Flobert. So there you have it. It was still fun to try them out. They're still quite accurate. I was shooting at, I think, 15 meters, and I took some footage of that. It's accurate enough. It's hearing safe. You can shoot 6mm Flobert from that gun with no hearing protection, or maybe you can just put some small like foam earplugs and you could actually shoot that indoor. It's less powerful than some air guns in terms of power, of foot-pound, joules. It's less powerful than some air guns, so you could actually have fun with this rifle inside your home. Set up a target for air guns and you could shoot these. That's your thing. That's not really my thing, so I probably won't be doing that, but you could. Okay, I hope you guys liked this little experiment with old rimfire technology. If you like this kind of content, not hesitate to like and subscribe. There's gonna be more content with the 46b in the future because it's a great rifle. We're gonna have some more fun at the range with it. Yeah, so stay tuned for that and see you guys next time.